BagFuel, baby.
I'm everyone sees sounds official. Got my partner here, you know what I mean?
The H God Heineken, man.
And,
Ooh.
and we got special guests today, the one and only, you know what I'm saying, Queen's finest. Cormega is in the building with us, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Man, Mega, you've been doing this a while, man. Where do you find the inspiration to keep rapping about shit?
I love, you know how they say when you do what you love, it don't feel like a job. It's not a burden. So
Yeah.
I really love this rap shit, and it's that pride. It's just that MC pride. I love what I'm doing, and I happen to be blessed to have some of my peers happen to be goats.
Yeah.
So it's like when you grew up with a Havoc or you grew up with a Nas, you know, and y'all all still love what y'all do.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know what I'm saying? Like the Bulls, when they broke up the Bulls, it wasn't the Bulls that wanted to break it up. If you'd have told Mike and Pippen and Phil Jackson and Rodman to run it back, they'd have ran it back.
Oh, they would have ran it
Of
back.
course,
You know what I'm saying? So I love what I do. My skill, I feel like my skill set or my skill level is still, I don't know, the top tier.
Okay.
So the moment I feel like I'm not productive as an MC, or the moment I feel like I'm not holding down that Queen's legacy,
Mm-hmm.
then I fall back.
Tell me about the money though, Cormega, like, cause you come in and now you your presence is here now to me bigger than it's been in a long time and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
When your presence was even bigger, people felt like that they wanted more and more music from you at that time, but it was a different time.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the money come from when you're an independent dude like yourself, and then you might come in and out as you please?
Well, for me, I had the fortunate benefit of owning my masters.
Okay.
So, and it's one thing to own your masters. You can own the masters to garbage and not make no money off it, but I own the masters of albums that are considered classics by the people.
Okay.
And people always buy those things. Like I always tell my people, the realness is a cheat code.
Mm-hmm.
That album, no matter what you do, realness, it makes money. You can make merch from it. The music sells. So I make money in my sleep
Okay.
from that. And then the true meaning, I own the masters to that. And I own the masters to Testament. And so my music, I make money off my music. I also do a lot of clothing collaborations.
Okay.
And when I do them with companies that are established and that have unique audiences and fan bases that could diversify me and that brings in revenue. I did a couple of books.
Okay.
I did a couple of sneaker collaborations. So I'm into fashion. So that's another revenue stream also.
Gotcha.
So other than that, I just it's just that. It's the music, it's the publishing, it's the
merch.
master royalties, it's the clothing, things of that nature. My fans keep me alive.
Okay.
How were you able to work it to own your masters at such an early age? Because especially with the music business practice, that's something they really don't want to give away or even let you allow you to even have part ownership. And you were able to own your masters very young. Who was able to guide you to make that happen?
I think one of the main people that I learned the power of ownership from was Chris Lighty. The way he did business, I watched a lot of people. I'm an observer. So when I used to be around him or I'd be around Leo back in them days, I would see how they move, I would see how they talk, I would see how they interact with people. And it's like, okay. And then I will look at how the rich people move as opposed to how the other people move. And it's like, I noticed the rich people, they want to own stuff. They're not as flashy. They're not as flashy. They want to own stuff, and they want to and they build their infrastructures. When I say they build their infrastructure, like their whole circle is paid, or their whole circle is powerful. So it's like I'll see this guy. You take 4 friends, and this guy, he's the executive. He's a top guy at this label. He's a top guy at this label. He's a top guy at this entity, and he's a top guy over here. It benefits everybody. So ownership always been important to me, especially you put so much sweat equity in something, to have somebody else tell you what to do with something that you create and that you love more than they love it. Because at the end of the day, we just product to labels. And I started looking at that, and I started looking at some of the things that we glorify as artists, even as fans. Your glory ain't even your glory sometimes. I'll give you an example. Like, you're a young artist, you in the game, you see somebody holding up a platinum plaque or a gold plaque, you're like, wow. It's like you looking at it like that's the cream of the crop right there. But at the end of the day, how many platinum artists we know that had financial issues or was broke?
Mad of them.
In a fair world, we'd have never heard about Toni Braxton having financial issues or TLC.
Bankrupt. They both was bankrupt.
The sound of it is insane.
Ludicrous.
You know what I'm saying? So I started looking at it like, wait a minute. So when you hold up a gold plaque, you're really holding up, it's really free advertising for the label when you think about it. Because if you see a plaque and you're an artist and you see that the artist doing good, that makes you want to go to that label. It's kind of like the pimps having the finest prostitutes, or the ones that's they looking good and they get money. Other hoes want to get with them.
Yeah.
So I started looking at that like, wow. So you go platinum, that's $10 million. Boom, boom, boom. But how many artists do we know that got millions and millions that went platinum? I mean, contrary to that, a lot of artists I know personally, and that we all probably know, be still own the label money after going platinum.
Of course, because of marketing and promo budget.
Right. And then I wanted to, and then a lot of people in these industry, they play games. Like, there's a lot of finger fucking budgets going on.
Meaning what? Explain that.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Well, the real world.
I like when you say real world and music world.
The real word for it is a lot of embezzling misappropriation.
A misappropriation of funds
goes on in the industry.
Yo,
if
bro,
we being honest.
Yo, bro, we know that. Like, I can get stuff done and people help me out, and it's from somebody's budget.
Right.
Who's not even coming out, who don't even know.
And he's not even privy.
It ain't even for them, bro. It ain't even for the person whose budget I'm getting it from.
Mega Esso. Yeah, I mean to tell me you have benefited from other rappers' budgets?
No. I don't move like that.
No, I have.
Okay, that's real.
I can say I have benefited. I have known people who budget, like, say their project is done. Like, say your project done. You still got 30,000 on back end, right? In your paperwork, it says, yo, if you got money left, you can get the 30K.
Right.
But somebody within the building will say, yo, Esso, I'm gonna help you out with this because I'm bring you cash. I don't want to even tell you where it came from, but it came from Cormega's 30K that's left over.
Yeah.
And if Cormega manager or his business person doesn't know about the 30K, you can't even go in and be like, yo, y'all owe me money. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Or they'll say they spent it on promo for you in West Bubblefuck somewhere where you're not even going.
Or they'll give you some paperwork that make it look like you owe.
Yeah.
And you be like, oh, wow, all right, cool.
I owe 30K?
Even though you're 30K up, so now you're really gonna end up losing what, 60K?
Because they can do the books whenever, like, it's a periodical thing. It's in quarters. So for this month, when I do the funding for this quarter, it's gonna look like he's negative.
Right.
But when I bring out the funding for the next quarter, when I say, oh, well, they returned this and they returned that, or we didn't spend this or we didn't spend that. Now the next quarter is gonna say, damn, Mega got 17,000 there. And Mega's gonna be like, how I went from negative 30K to 17K positive the next month, and then that's the month where they say, yo, I got 7,000 for you from Cormega's budget.
Yeah.
Can I come give it to you?
It's a dirty game.
It is.
So that's why ownership is important, because at least you own your stuff. It's easy to keep track of it. Because when you own stuff, also, you kind of call the shots. You're not asking questions, like you're demanding answers. You might not have to do it in a demanding tone, but you need answers. I need answers. I need to know how much money did we spend and where and why, as opposed to they just spending money and they be like, oh yeah, your video costed $300,000 and we spent this on that, and your travel budget was this and your studio budget was that and that. You know, a lot of artists also go broke or have financial issues because when they get in the game, they look at it as fun as opposed to a job. Now, it is good to have fun what you doing, because I love rap, I love hip hop. So when I'm creating music, it's love. You know what I'm saying? But I don't write in the studio. That's a waste of money, especially if you take long to write. Think about it. Let's just say we booked a studio session right now. It costs $100 an hour, and when we booked a session for 8 hours, and you in the studio writing for 5 hours.
And that's 800 plus food plus.
Oh
whatever.
yeah, and then
it's just that one bill. Then there's other bills while you're there.
Exactly, and then average dude when he first get on, you feel compelled to keep it real. So now you got your neighborhood guys is in there with you. When you order something, they order something, and then nobody's paying money because you know what I'm saying.
Oh, he got it. It's on my budget.
Yeah, right. Before you know it, so that's one day. You was in there one day. You spent 5 hours writing, so you just spent $500, not to mention what your man's ordered to eat, right? Now, how long do people take to do albums? Some people book out studios for weeks. So what
months
if and months? So you spent $500 one day, $500 plus, because we ain't talking about the food and stuff. So let's just say you spent $1,000 a day for 10 days.
You gotta spend $1,000 because you gotta send niggas home in the Ubers and you smoking.
Or the car service.
Car service.
The car service comes to your crib.
And then you really feel yourself because you're a rapper.
Yeah, you feel
I got my mind
and you know what's funny? You still haven't even mentioned the rapper package. The chain.
Oh yeah, right.
The car.
Right.
The clothes.
Right.
The women.
Right.
That's all part of the rapper uniform.
Yeah.
How much does the average rapper uniform cost?
It's gonna cost you something.
Right.
6 figures easy.
All right, chain minimum.
No,
let's go through the rapper uniform.
Your whole uniform is 6 figures and up. It all depends on the level of how he wants to bling, because you're gonna get your starter bling when you first get on. You got your little shit.
Yeah, the little.
When you start making a couple more dollars, you get your bigger shit.
The earrings.
You got to get your car.
The cars.
You got to stay super dookie dumb fresh now.
I'm gonna tell you,
it's expensive.
I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing though. Everybody's a drug dealer. Every single rapper's a drug dealer, but nobody knows how to deal business wise. I mean, so if you're a drug dealer, like one thing for sure, if you've been getting money to the street and you've been spending money at the jeweler, by the time you get on as a rapper, you don't got to blow all your money because you already got jewelry. Or you're gonna get the love price because you spend so many money throughout the years.
I got you.
Or they might even throw you something. Yo, you brought so much money here, man. I'm making this on me. This is on me. And as far as clothes, if you've been fly, you've been fly. So you like, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't got no stylist, and I guarantee you, I know people that don't even fuck with me that be like, Mega could dress his ass off. Every single, you going on Instagram right now, I guarantee there's somebody talking about something I wore. You know who's was trending last week because of me? And they owe me some kicks or something? Avia.
Oh, word.
I wore a pair of Avias in the Paradise video, and then somebody's like, these is fire. What are these? It was obviously a younger dude, and I schooled him, and I posted what it is.
Avia.
And then the next day, all of a sudden, Avia and some of these sneaker blogs started posting about Avia the very next day. I was like, So it's like, if you have style, you can't buy style. You can't put a price on, because we all know dudes that got money, they still can't dress.
They corny.
They wear the same shit. Somebody can wear the same stuff as somebody that know to dress and look corny.
Yeah.
So it's like people blow their money on the wrong things. Whereas when you look at like me, Nas, and AZ, we was setting trends when we was coming out with our style. And we wasn't even spending crazy money on clothes. We was wearing Guess Polo. You know what I'm saying? We love Timberlands. That's a part of our culture. We wasn't spending $500 on Timberlands and stuff like it's like, I think everybody's in cahoots. I think some of these big corporations are in cahoots with some of these big companies, and it's like the stylists are in cahoots sometimes. It's like they get the stuff from this company. All right, I promise you, I'm gonna get such and such to wear this. You know, give me this and I'll get this guy to wear it. Now, once this guy wear it, and he's an influencer, everybody wants to wear it. And that's how it is. Even down to the car companies. Think about it. Is there anybody in this room that wanted to, when we was kids,
Did we want a Bentley?
did we want a Bentley?
No.
That was an old man car. If we little kids and you pull out the cars, everybody's going for the Ferrari or the Lamborghini.
Especially in that area, it was the GS
Back then it was the
300,
Jeeps.
or the Benz, the 600 Benz.
Navigators.
The Navigator. Oh, the Navigator.
Niggas love the Navi.
So how do we get to this? How did we get to this place?
You know why, though?
It was marketed to us.
That, and also we wanted to always top each other, no pun intended. So, you got the chain. I got the double chain. Now everyone could get a gold chain. get the platinum chain. Oh, you got the 600 V12. I can't get the same thing as Mega and Esso. What's above that? Let's start looking. Oh, this Bentley. You can't even walk into the dealership. You got to have this credit score and know somebody. So now when you pulling up, it's already established that this car is already on a different scale. Hip hop is built on always being better than the next man, not on a disrespectful level, but it's competition.
Yeah.
Just like how you, Nas, and AZ would be in the studio, you're like, ooh, AZ caught a, I gotta do something. And ain't no disrespectful shit. That's why we've elevated so high in this culture. It's just more of keeping up with the Joneses and being on the same par as your friends, in my opinion.
I feel you on that. I thought like that for a long time. Then at the end of the day, you actually said, who's the Joneses though that we keeping up with, and how did that get into our minds? So now it's like I don't even wear jewelry a lot no more, but I got mad jewelry.
I seen them.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm in such a good place with my mind.
We older though, Mega?
Huh?
Is that because we older now? Because I don't wear my jewelry like that.
When I was younger, I stopped. Yo, I had ill jewelry since I was around 16, 17. Not jewelry, I'm talking about ill jewelry. So it's like after a while, you get bored of it.
Got you.
Like I had polo since I was a little kid. Matter of fact, you know how they got these pages on social media now? They'll show you all the old pictures.
Oh, yeah.
All you gotta do is look at the old pictures of me. I don't even got a cap. Just look at the old pictures. I had gold timepieces, not watches. Timepieces.
That's like different lingo, nigga. My man said the timepiece.
Was it hard, right? Because you came out in the 90s and you wanted to own shit and all that, right? And I know people kind of labels kind of shied away from people like you because you wanted to own shit. You think it's simpler now to own your shit because of the way people are getting music, or you think that was just a period of time and black people wasn't doing that, so they gave you a hard time about it?
I think it's easier now to own stuff if you want to. What do you want though? Because it depends on if you're a follower or if you're a leader. Sometimes being a follower is the easier path. And some people don't want to be leaders. Some people don't want to do the extra work. So I think ownership is a beautiful thing once you start thinking outside the box. Once you start thinking generational wealth. When you start looking at rich people, I look at rich people and how they move. I don't look at people that appear to be rich. I look at rich people. Like I got a friend named Eric. He's rich. Like his worth is $1 billion. Like I did a video recently. If you see me in a video and there's a jet plane and there's yachts and all that, that's his. That wasn't no render stuff. I was at my man's crib chilling. You know what I'm saying? And we just so happened to film. They might as well do a video while we're here. Like that. So it's like that. So I look at people like that. I look at rich people, even in the street. You know, I used to look at, no matter where you at, even when you look at the boroughs, Fat Cat wasn't the flyest dressed dude.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But he had that
that money.
You know, Fritz wasn't the fly dressed dude. But he had more money than all of those cats. So it's like you look at the dudes that was flashy and the dudes that are laid back, and I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at different things. And then with jewelry, I just got bored with it. And I took a trip. One time I went to Haiti and I went to Africa. I went to Uganda and Africa and I went to Haiti. And those two places really opened something up inside of me. It even made me feel a little goofy. Like I'm in Haiti, they barely have nothing, and they look happier than us. Like, and we have everything, and it's never enough. Like I remember one time I had a brand new truck. I'm talking about brand new, like late, like whatever model it was, whatever year it was. I had the next year model and I still wasn't happy. I was like, what do I want next? That's called being insatiable. So it's like I didn't want to be insatiable anymore. I want to even with clothes, what else I've noticed, when you get to a certain point, status, you guys all probably experience this now. You get to a certain point, one of the most unfair things that I've seen, and I benefit from it, so I can't condemn it. You get to a certain status, you don't even got to pay for stuff.
Yes.
Nothing.
I don't pay for nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
No more.
We haven't paid for a dinner since February.
You see what I'm saying?
Unless it's just us taking ourselves out.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't pay for no clothes, really.
Like,
the more you go up, the less shit you pay for.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'll pay for stuff if I see something that I really like. And it's like
that's the fashion.
And it's
like
hard as fuck now because it's like I'm gonna have we can't even wear it multiple times no more because of the social
it's like that.
media.
I wore that so such and such place.
Oh, he trash now.
Instagram has
although it's $8,000 for the jacket,
right?
You what Cormega? If you can't spend $8,000 and give it to somebody else, you whack.
Yeah. So it's like I look at stuff like that, like wow, look how unfair life is. One time I called the store. They had some crazy sneakers out, some like exclusive joints. I mean, I called and I was like, I called as a regular civilian. Do sneakers available? Blah, blah, blah. I went about nah. I said, all right, cool. Then something in my head said,
"It's Cormega."
Yeah, so I called back. Like 10 minutes later.
Yo, this Cormega.
Hey, what's going on? Yo, this Cormega. Hey, what's going on, Mega? Oh, yeah, what size are you? No. Okay, we got you. I went to the store and they gave them to me.
Oh, you ain't have to pay.
I ain't even have to pay, and I was gonna pay. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes you go to stores. I go in the store, sometimes I might want to buy something. Nah, we got you. So it's like, why do you have to spend in the excess when we get shit for free? Like, so that's kind of ignorant. I get jewelry free too sometimes.
I didn't graduate to the.
Yeah, we know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't graduate to the free jewelry. Yo, Mega, tell us where your jewelers at. Yo, tell Mega gonna send us down there to get some free jewels.
Yeah, man. So it's like you spend a lot of money on you got status. When you become you guys are influencers now. When you become an influencer, that's when they really, because you could be famous but not have no style. They're not gonna give you shit.
Yeah.
But when you in the influencer, that's when I swear to you, sometimes I go home and there's boxes of stuff and I don't even know what it is. I'm like, what is this? I'll tear through it. Oh, 40 below 10s, I'll take these.
Oh yeah.
I
just told him that. I said I got boxes of shit at my P.O. box and they on my head. Like, did you go get it? Did you go get it?
Yeah.
I don't have time to go get it, bro. And I can't give you my house address. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
So that's where we at in life now. So when we get blessings like that, you don't really want to spend. And you look at spending different. You look at it like rich people look at it. Like, I know a guy that's richer than everybody in this room probably combined, and he wears Wranglers. And there's levels to Wranglers. There's Wranglers that's expensive.
Yeah.
But he wears the Walmart Wranglers. And he's rich. I'm talking about he got a house like those old black and white movies from back in the days, Casablanca type thing. Yeah. Like when you see the pool and the pool's like made out of cement and it got like columns and all that.
Yeah,
he got one of them houses. He bought one of them.
Like a hotel joint.
Yeah, like a resort.
Hotel joint.
Like Fred Astaire at his house type of thing. Scene. He got that house.
I got a question.
And he wear Wranglers.
I got a question for you though. And I know Mech might know this, and I gotta ask you. How the hell do y'all collect y'all publishing on an independent record? Because it's not, I've been in the game for a long time. And when I know about the publishing game, it's hard to collect publishing as an independent. How are y'all getting that money? Because the major labels, they don't want to back it and give y'all deals. Do you go to the royalty network or some shit like that? Or do you hire somebody separately to find your shit? What's the process of getting your royalties?
It definitely depends on who you're affiliated with or associated with as a publisher. I mean, I think ASCAP does a great job with me. Okay. ASCAP does a good job with me, and also I got other people that are royalty savvy. Okay. So you gotta. I be telling dudes this, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. Remember back in the days, everybody wanted to squad up. Now you got to nerd up. That's real talk. You got to nerd up right now. Because there's money out there. Even right now, there's money out there I ain't even touched yet, that I ain't even get yet because I ain't collected yet. Yeah. Like, there's royalties that we're owed here, but we're owed royalties in every market. Somebody in Denmark owes you a check. Somebody in Russia owes you a check. Somebody in Germany owes you a check. How do you get that?
And that money be sitting over there, bro, collecting interest, and they eat all the interest and leave your little $50,000 there, but they getting $10,000 a year off your shit, and they just keep that, and you don't never touch that, no matter how long it take you to find the 50.
And some people never even know about it. I'm probably one of the first artists that even said that. So it's like sometimes there's always some creep ass nerd that knows how to get that money, and they'll steal your money. So so you got to nerd up. You got to have nerds on your squad. Now you got to have those people that are computer savvy and that are tech savvy that can help you with all of that. because like I said, there's money here, but there's monies that we ain't even touched yet that we got to get. Also, there's a few other things like there's not just ASCAP and those publishing companies. You got places like Sound Exchange also. That's different monies. So there's different monies out there for us to get.
They'll advance you money, and then they'll go try to collect your money for you. Man, you got the royalty network that does that too, because you can do a I said it before, Heineken. You can do a administration deal with these companies, and they're the ones that'll find your money. They will collect your money, and they'll pay you, and they don't keep the publishing. They just keep like 4% of the money that they collect, and they deposit the rest, and you can control your masses and keep all your bread. But you definitely got to sign with them to make sure that they know your rights and they know your works, and they can find your money for you.
Facts.
You mentioned your guy Eric, or the billionaires. Aside from rappers and entertainment, during your journey in hip hop, who has hip hop introduced you to in terms of interesting characters and people?
To be honest with you, hip hop has introduced me to a lot of people. I found some great friends via hip hop. The people I'm least cool with, even though I'm cool with a lot of them, the people that I find the least social consistency with is rappers.
Yep.
I just don't relate to them because I'm really from that cloth. Like I'm really like, if you from Southside Queens, like you could ask Bemmy, you know Mega, he's gonna have stories. Or you know what I'm saying? Like I know Corley, I know names. Like I know Black Just, God bless his dead. Like Uptown dudes know me. Brooklyn, forget about it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Like I could take y'all to Fort Greene right now, and y'all will be good. Everybody can't say that. So it's like when I meet a lot of rappers, sometimes it's like these dudes confuse me because I used to think everybody was as real as the music.
Yeah.
And then I found out it's different. So
it's entertainment.
Yeah.
Did I mess with you that they didn't live up to the lyrics and they didn't live up to what they were talking about?
At first. But now I'm used to it. I'm like, it is what it is. It's a lick. You know what I'm saying? They try to, it's like they're in character.
Because he and I have spoken back and forth about if a rapper in the 90s or even now had a job and everything, and he's talking about pushing all this weight, would that have been credible knowing what it is? I mean, today, it don't matter, but does it matter? Did it matter back then?
I mean, back in them days, if you said you was moving weight, it had to make sense. Like it had, especially in New York back then. Like word on the street is strong in this city. This is a strong city. So if you making some kind of noise, people gonna hear about it or they gonna know about it. If I don't know nothing about you or nobody, I'm not the whiz. I might not know everything, but if I make a call to your hood and nobody got a story for me or nobody knows nothing or you're not registered nowhere, I'm gonna look at you a little different. You know what I'm saying? Or everybody claim they was in jail. And then I got dudes that's always in jail. Yo, you know such and such? Nah. It'd be, you know, so, but now I'm so used to it, it doesn't bother me anymore. I respect, you know, I like Drake a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's himself. You know what you're going to get. You know what to expect. And on the low, he got goons too, but he don't act like it.
He don't act like it.
You know what I'm saying? He just having fun with it. So I like people that's just themselves. But through rap, I have met some beautiful people. Like I said, I met my man Eric. I met so many people. I can't even narrow it down, but I've met people in all walks of life. I'm talking about I've met people where I could go to different countries and they got a flat for me. Yo, you can stay here as long as you want. I own the building. Like I've met some beautiful people through rap. I think that is what made me so humble towards my fans too, because at the end of the day, no matter who you are, you're nothing without the fans. Like you could think you're the best at what you do, but if everybody doesn't agree with you, or if the consensus is not consistent with how you feel, then you're nobody. Somebody has to buy into your act. Somebody has to spend. And if nobody's spending for your movie, you're not a A-list movie star. If nobody's spending on your jersey,
You're
And we
not
look.
an A-list athlete.
So it's like no matter what you do, there got to be somebody that believes in you and that's consistently investing into you. So I think I've met a bunch of people like the guy Eric. I've met people in all walks of life. I can't even narrow it down to people.
It's an interesting scenario that happened that benefited you because of your hip hop legacy and your hip hop status, where it benefited you somewhere outside of hip hop.
So many,
Like
everything that you could think of humanly, I've been blessed with because of hip hop. I'll give you a perfect example. Every day, you gotta eat and sleep. Every day you gotta eat and drink water and sleep, right? So when you think, so that's health. There's a guy, he's a Jamaican brother. His name is Mike. He has a spot called Itil. It's in Brooklyn. Vegan Caribbean food. It's one of the best restaurants I've ever eaten at in my life. My money's not even no good in there. You know what I'm saying? If I'm starving, I could go there and get a meal. As far as you got Styles P, he's a rapper, legend. We all know and love. He does the health supplements. I bought that. Literally spent money with him. And once in a while, sometimes a box will just pop up, and I got supplements from Styles P and his fan. You know what I'm saying? So that's health wise. As far as clothes, that don't even count. We already had that discussion.
We already
Like, I mean, studio, music, everything, all kind of blessings have come to me via
music.
Yeah,
like beautiful.
What you hate about the business? What is the thing that you dislike most about the music business side of it?
The thing I dislike most about the business is sometimes I walk in a spot and there's nobody that looks like us out of something we created. Like, there was no joint partnership in the creation of this shit. We created this. I mean, at the park jams back in the days, if a person that wasn't black or brown walked in, we got suspicious. Like, yo, that's a cop.
Yeah.
So when we see these new makeover movies and documentaries, when it's like a mixed We Are the World thing at the jams, that wasn't true. That's not true. So it's like we remixed life because we created this out of adversity. People stole electricity from fucking park jam land. We stole electricity to hook up at the park jams, or we stuck it in somebody's house and dragged it all the way to the park. And we all this was created from necessity and from
Hunger
and from trying to bring, what were the main things they said at the beginning of this shit? Peace, unity, love, and having fun. Because that's 4 things we needed and we lacked. So it's like,
we still lack that.
And we still lack it. So one of the things that I hate is the exclusion of the creator in the corporate rooms. I hate the ageism. How they, especially with the women, like when they look at a woman is like 30 and they look at her like she's old. I think that's not fair. With the guys could last a little longer, but the respect towards the OGs and towards the creators and the pioneers is disgusting. The OGs get a little bit more respect. The pioneers and the creators of this culture,
none.
We'll get straight up. There could be a crowd, 300 kids that love hip hop, and they'll see the creators of the shit and they'll walk right by them.
And know it's them. And know it's them. And to be
that
like,
hurts me.
They be like, I don't even care.
With the whole 21 Savage and Nas, your good friend, how did that hit you in the core?
Because you're the first person I thought about.
Yeah, you're the
when
first
we saw
person.
That. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie
you.
neither.
I was like, yo. But I kind of know what you're gonna say, but we gotta hear you say it.
Okay, when I first seen that, I thought that was a joke. Like, you know, because there'd be a lot of jokes or memes or whatever.
Yeah,
so I was like, this isn't real. So from a brother perspective, it's like, all right, like, this isn't even a contest. Like, it's not going to be like
a rapper.
There's no need for ether for this situation, right?
I said that too. I said a lot of people is going to feel that way.
So immediately I was like, all right. But the reason I felt a little better because Jungle got right on it. You know what I'm saying? Jungle said something
I saw that
was quick and funny. And then it's like he apologized quick.
The next day.
So being that he apologized quick, I felt a little better, and I'm sure and me and Nas spoke. We didn't speak on length on it because it wasn't that important. We laugh. It was a laugh, but the soldier in me and the brother in me is like the shit with me and Nas. We back on 100. Like ain't gonna be no, you know what I'm saying? Like before when he was going at a whole crew by himself, ain't never gonna be none of that now. Now I'm here. Like if he got a problem, if there's a group of people with a problem with him, y'all might as well add me in now. You know what I'm saying? But as far as that, it's over because homie realized what he did. But like I said, from a brother perspective, I was like, what's the word? What's his name used? He used it and it got blown out of context. Matter of fact, I don't want to go there. But anyway, I was just on point.
Out of context.
I was on point. But like I said, I'm glad the young brother apologized.
Do you think he meant it though, Cormega, or do you think that he apologized because of the heat he was taking on his head? Pause.
I don't know, but I'll take it as long as he learns from his mistake. And from a logical perspective, let's talk, because I
want to address it, so
we're going to address this.
Let's talk logically.
Okay.
How can somebody that just won a Grammy last year not be relevant? Not 10 years ago.
He has a different perspective.
Okay.
And you mentioned something, too, that I want to bounce
and I want to say this first. For me, I'm from South Jamaica, Queens, okay? And Nas is the god in Queens.
Facts.
Undisputed champion, okay? But could 21 Savage be talking about the young kids now? Because, let me just say this, because and this ain't taking nothing away from Nas and nothing like that. Nas is talking to niggas like me and us. To me. To me, he not talking to the young kid no more or anything. He's a mature man. He's in his 50s. I think 21 Savage is just talking about the younger generation that he's influencing.
Let me ask you this. Mega said something interesting. The ageism. Why did he feel comfortable to say Nas is not music?
Because he's 50.
But
no.
But listen to what I'm saying though.
I have an answer to it.
No, he just won a Grammy. He's a great businessman out of nowhere. I don't want to disrespect him, but he's made a lot of great business moves. He's culturally hitting every factor that matters as a
rich as a mother.
No, he's hitting. I think it's only but so many handful of older rappers that move the needle.
Like he does.
Yes. So when he's seeing it, probably 21 is like, if Nas is 22 years older than 21, he don't have no relation to him. And that's why I go back to the ageism.
All right, let's go to this.
Yeah, that's a 20-year separation. Go ahead.
But skill-wise,
But they not talking about skill no more, Mega. Mega, they not talking about skill no more.
Like,
I don't want to talk to you.
You don't want to hear it.
If rappers are real estate, 21 is a builder, and Nas is a landmark.
I would agree with that.
That's an analogy.
And a builder could get turned down.
But a landmark
is here forever.
Institutional.
Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about Young. Since you want to talk about Young?
Yeah.
Let me tell you why he didn't make no sense. First of all, like I said, he just won a Grammy last year, not 10 years ago. He just won that Grammy last year. I know because I won a Grammy too. I lucked up by being on that album. That was last year, right? Every time you hear a Hennessy commercial, 80% of the time, whose voice do you hear?
His voiceover talking.
There's a show on, Netflix called Get Down? All the young people was watching that, and whose voice is throughout that narrating it? Nas. That's three valid. You young? You watch NBA? Whose records was they playing during the playoffs? Nas.
But don't you have to be perceptive to see that? Because we know the voice and we know it, but do these young kids know the voice? Are they recognizing it though, Mega?
I'm gonna tell you the problem with society. People, father figures or strong male figures, dominant male figures that impact your life. And when you have those figures in your life, you respect. One of the main things you're taught in certain homes is to respect elders and to respect contributors. So for any artist of his stature to disregard, and I'm not even gonna say disrespect, I'm gonna say disregard the contributions of somebody like a Nas, that's showing how inappreciative you are. Because if you take artists like Nas out of the landscape of rap, if he never existed, a lot of things would be totally different. And it's a respect thing. Like,
Fair.
I'm the type of person, older, like one of the cool Modi or somebody could say something slick, I won't even say nothing in response because I'm like, you know what, all right. As long as it's not disrespectful, all right, you got it. Because he earned that. Because they paved that ground that I'm walking
foundation.
on. You know what I'm saying? They laid that foundation that you building on. So it's a time and place for everything. I think a lot of these the young cats that don't have respect for elders, it starts at home. It starts at home. Because if you respect your father and you respect other men, then you'll value things. And the weirdest thing about some of these young dudes that I see with rap is it's like rap becomes expendable. Because they don't have that same energy with them old drug dealers. And some of these old drug dealers, they be dick riding, be snitches. I'm just saying.
It's a couple in this game that people looking up to this big time, and they known to be snitches, and people don't talk about it.
So,
but the game, and
like,
I'm gonna jump in though, Mega. They don't care about these things. We cared about that.
Yeah, that's true.
We cared about lyrics.
Morals and principles
We
are different.
cared about whose voice was on it, and no disrespect to the younger kids right now, because we always saying, you know, they ain't have their fathers, which a lot of them don't. There's kids that sit here and say, well, we grew up on state property, and Jay-Z saying that he went and got $2,000 a day, and I'm sitting up there, I'm on the camera like, and y'all believe all of this shit? And this is what your pattern, this is why you pattern your life like this, because of what you heard on rap lyrics. And my man Cormega just said, a lot of them is capping, the rapper's not real. These are the ones that he chills with the least, because they're not real.
Yeah, because
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
we could end this interview right now. I could go to Fort Greene right now with you. I could go to Far Rockaway right now with you.
And nobody go to Far Rockaway.
I could go to Far Rockaway with you right now. I can go to Queensbridge with you right now. And we good. Every rapper can't make that guarantee. And I know that to be a fact.
I know that to be a fact.
I know dudes that are goons. Yo, I don't even want to say no names for certain things. I'm so good. I'll say one name. I'll say DJ J Love. Act DJ J Love. J Love was doing a video on Far Rockaway, and dudes ran down on him. And he's like, "No, I mess with Mega. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing something for Mega." And they let him rock. You know what I'm saying? That shout out to my people from Hamels. You know what I'm saying? Another situation. Some brothers from Edgemere. I'm not gonna say the name. But shout out to that cat. He know who he is.
Oh, man.
There was a situation, and it was a party. It was a big party. A bunch of people from Queens was there, and Duke is a Juke. He's a Jukes guy. And I told dudes from Queensbridge, I said, yo, I'm telling you now, y'all better stand next to me. Stand next to me. You know what I'm saying? Because my man, I'm gonna give him his respect. This is a Jukes guy, but he showed, you know what I'm saying? He didn't violate, you know what I'm saying? So me, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. I don't want to say his name because it was.
You don't want to put him on blast.
Yeah,
we understand.
But put it like this: whoever didn't stand next to me, their neck was a little lighter at the end of that party. I'll tell you that. So it's like a lot of these rappers be capping. I did a show on Rikers Island with a rapper, and homie was scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say no names. I did a lot of shows on Rikers Island with rappers, but when I did a show on Rikers Island with a rapper, and homie was not excited about going inside. And in my head, I'm like, I can't. And in my head, I'm like, what? Like, this is a tough guy rapper, but he wasn't excited about going inside. And we was just.
He said he wasn't excited.
And we was just performing.
That's a great way to put it.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a great way to put it. He wasn't excited.
And I could say other things, but I don't want to do it.
Nah, so, yeah.
But when we went in Rikers Island to perform, first of all, there was hundreds of people in the yard. When we went in Rikers Island to perform, they had yellow tape separating us from the inmates. Shout out my man Pretty Tone Capone from Mob Style. He was there. He could vouch for me. There was a few people that was there. I went under the yellow tape and I had jewels on, diamonds, all that. CO was like, "What are you doing? You can't do that." I was like, "I'm good." You know what I'm saying? I was good.
Got Queens niggas.
You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody don't do that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even in one of my songs, I forgot what songs it was. It's not out yet, but I played it on Drink Champs before. I said, "You want to walk in my shoes, don't forget those state boots." Because it's like, I don't want younger dudes trying to do the things that I did, because I'm lucky I'm here. If all my closest friends was alive and they was here right now, we wouldn't even have enough seats. That's how many people I lost. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you hear a lot of people shout out people and talk about them like these people were really close to me. Like, I ain't talking about I'm talking about really close to me. Like, Yammy was really close to me. Like, his daughter come to New York, she come to see me. Like, I look at her like she's my niece. You know what I'm saying? Drawers from Queensbridge was really close with me. It wasn't just with me. Like, I still mourn him. Shabazz was really close with me. Ill Will was really close with me. Oogie was my biological family. Like, our fathers are brothers. Our family is family. Like, we got the same grandmother. Like, so I'm connected so many. Fly Ty from Fort Greene was one of my best friends. Elton from Hamels in Far Rockaway is one of my best friends. His brother Knowledge is alive. He could tell you that. You know, my man G Fresh, Ron Love from Edgemere, rest in peace. My man JB from Edgemere, rest in peace. G Fresh from Edgemere was one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm really about this life. I'm really out there. But my thing is, even one of my mans that's coming now, he from Fort Greene. You know what I'm saying? And my man right there is
niggas start talking about Fort Greene, his lingo changed.
You know what I'm saying?
Because even with all the condos around, if you go on the wrong little cracks,
Yeah.
you gonna
Portland
get
Avenue, right?
Yo, you gonna get jammed up.
Carlton side.
Shout out to Tiffany Prince in Fort Lee too.
You
the
really,
people.
my man
Shout out
said
to
the Carlton side.
Listen, man.
That's a
Shout
yo.
out to Supreme Magnetic.
Yo.
Shout out to Rap. Rest in peace, Rap. Rest in peace, Fly Ty. Shout out to my
Let's go.
bro Snoop. Shout out to Corleone. Shout out to Rita. Shout out to Sheena. Shout out to all my dudes on the far side. Shout out to everybody on the other side too. Like, shout out to CLR and all my guys on that side too. Like, I'm really shout out to all my people shout out to my people from Crown Heights too. My man Jazz, Clark Kent know what it is. Shout out to my man Clark Kent. Like, when I tell you, like, if I didn't rap, even before I rap, you heard my name. When Nas said my name on Illmatic on that song One Love, he didn't say Mega's a rapper. He just said, "What up with Mega? Did you see him or y'all together? If so, hold the fort down." What we all know, hold the fort down. Hold the fort down means. So, you know, like, what are we talking about? Like, so it's like, when you listen to my music, I don't glorify the streets. You listen to my music, I be telling a lot of young boys, be careful, or don't do it like this, or because I can't condemn you for living that life because I lived it, but I can definitely try to walk you through it or try to tell you there's other options. So I don't. So when you see a young boy and they saying, oh, they want to be like Jay was talking about in this song, why not try to be like Jay the Billionaire?
And that's what I was gonna ask you with this new project you got. Is there subject matter in songs where you and Esso gave so much gems about the business in a song format of even how you close the business deal and make it really provocative and enticing?
You gotta listen to the album.
Gotcha.
You gotta listen to the album. We'll have a follow-up interview.
Oh, we gonna talk.
I made an album called Mega Philosophy when I had a song called Industry where I just told the truth about the industry. And I thought my career was gonna
be banned after that.
I thought I was, and the opposite happened.
Yeah, niggas know what's up. Niggas is in it, know what's up. So niggas is hearing it like, why?
Mega in it.
But I always say this to Heineken now. BagFuel is like hip hop school for the kids now.
No doubt. That's
right?
dope.
So we're talking from the business end, but now we're getting at people like rappers like yourself. We got a lot of rappers that are coming on, and we just trying to make it a real live, entertaining school for them to learn about what's really going on. Because people really wasn't passing nothing down to nobody. We all was learning on the fly.
That's a yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're trying to put it here as when people watch this camera, they're not just learning on the fly. They're saying, damn, Mega was getting his masters back then. Damn, maybe I should have been knowing that. That shit was hard back then. How did he circumvent his whole career? He does come and go as he please. He's making merch. He's making money off merch. He's making money off of this. Damn, maybe I don't have to sell 5 million records to get money. What's the main?
You can sell 100,000 and make money.
And make money. You know what I'm saying?
You can sell 200,000 records. You can sell 300,000. That's why I always looked at labels with a suspicious eye. Like, why do y'all drop artists because they sold $300,000? Why don't y'all just make budgets that's consistent with what they sell?
You know why? Because he said it a while back on a show. When these artists make money, they get power.
And when they don't make the money off the budget, right? And they owed money, you know what they get to do?
Yeah.
They get to write it off, Mega. See, if you're not making money, if you're in the red, even if I invest this money into you, they get to write it off. So now you know it's a big bank there. So now we're making money off of Rihanna, we're making money off of Jay-Z, we're making money off of Beyonce, we're making money off of Nas. Mega, we need to make it look like we're not making no money off of Mega. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna invest a little more money into Mega's marketing and promo, which we know is not gonna work. That's gonna put him into the red, and now we get to write him off. But if I give you the 300,000 sales and I make $1, Mega, I can't write you off now.
Yup.
So that's the big business. So now I got all of this
I'm
money.
about to drop another album talking about this.
But that's the reality. That's why you'll not know where your budget money is going. That's why they want to spend it up. Because if we don't spend it up, we can't now write it off. I don't want to say I made I put out 500,000 and I made $500,000, $100 off of Mega. Nah, nigga, I need to say I lost $200K. You know what I'm saying? So now I can wash the whole shit. Now I'm washing your budget. I'm washing your marketing plan. I'm washing your discretionary fund. Whatever you have that's attached to you that I gave you money for now that whole $1.7 million is now a debit for my company.
Nigga, I got one final question. Just a Nas question.
Okay.
What is it like being in the business think tank? Because you're a businessman and he's a businessman. Something that people wouldn't understand or be like, they're not privy to on how y'all guys go after deals or some advice he might have gave you.
I'm going to tell you the realest shit ever. I don't even talk business with Nas. Like, we grew up together, and you got to understand, when I came home from jail, I had to get used to Nas as a rapper because I was so used to just being his friend. And now, you know what I'm saying, we had our falling out, and now we're cool again.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing the opposite of that. Now I'm appreciating the friendship, and I'm not thinking about the rapper. Gotcha. Before I had to get used to the rapper, and now I'm. So we talk about life, we talk about health, we talk about family, we laugh a lot. So it's like I never want to ask him about business because he got so many people that's in his ear trying to. When you got so many people when you're successful like that, there's always people that have an agenda. Like, are you with me or are you just around me? So my thing with him is I just enjoy him as a friend, as a brother, as a, you know what I'm saying? He respects my energy. He respects me as a human being.
You don't be wanting to get in on one of them stocks though, get that 400 million. Nigga, you ain't gonna be like, yo, Esco. Yo, give me one of them tips, my dude. Let me throw a little 20,000 in there when you throwing 200 million.
Let me tell you something, man. That's a beautiful thing about a relationship. Also, yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yo, my man Eric,
he got
is super rich too. I done never asked him for nothing.
Yo, Mega, I'm the type of dude. Camera, me and Mega about to get some money because I need to put some Nas. I need to put something in.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Homeboy with the Jets. I need to put something in.
Let me tell you some fly shit. Well, the smart thing to do with Nas, if you want to eat with him, invest with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at his portfolio.
But I can't afford what he's investing.
Whatever you could, you might just maybe not as much. You know what I'm saying? But also, I think y'all building a portfolio right now because the BagFuel thing, y'all got good energy. You know, I don't really like doing podcasts, and I'll tell you why. And I'm gonna tell you why I could say that to y'all because y'all differentiate yourself from them. A lot of podcasters, they don't have journalistic skill or journalistic experience. And with that lack of experience comes a lack of journalistic integrity. So basically, I had a saying before. I said some people too scared to hustle and they too lazy to work, so they want to rap. Rap look like the easy way out. As a rapper, you probably you or somebody that's around rappers, you probably see people come to the studio and then they bored when they there because they think it's like the Dr. Dre Snoop video.
Yeah.
They think it's gonna be a bunch of girls and a bunch of drinks and a bunch of weed.
Where the bitches at?
Right, but it's work. So I find that people was rapping to find an easy way out, and now people doing podcasts because I'm gonna tell you what it is with podcasts that I don't like. That's my guy right there.
Salute, bro.
Cole Leon.
I shout him out. What up, G? What up, G?
Tell me where you from. There you're.
Oh, he been talking about your hood. He said stay away from Carlton Ave. I know.
So check it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the difference between y'all and a lot of podcasts, and I'm gonna tell you my problem with podcasts.
Go for it.
Dudes have found a way to monetize gossiping instead of having content.
Yeah,
Some people just sit around and talk about people or instigate for the ratings, and they get a bag.
Yep.
And that's why I respect what y'all doing, because y'all talking business things, y'all talking about, y'all giving knowledge, y'all trying to guide people, and that's dope, and y'all energy is right. So certain podcasts I don't even want to do.
I said this to him on another show. Podcasters are slowly becoming the new rappers, meaning as a way out.
Yeah.
The celebrity, the fame, the notoriety, the energy, the access. That's
wow. All I got to do is sit down and talk, and I'm going to get rich.
It requires nothing.
Yeah, that's how they're looking at it.
It's
that
easy
shit
way.
is not as easy as they think it is, because they be talking about a lot of mush. They be online talking a lot of trash about us that's not true. And I see they getting 212,000 views, and I'm looking at it and I say, yo, it's cool, but I tell him, I'm like, yo, they can't keep up. That's not gonna last. The thing that we have between us, and Ghost included, is this is who we really are. We have experience for real. So when I'm talking to people, I'm not telling them how I think it should be or in a perfect world. I'm saying this is what went on with me. I done deals. They done got shelved. I needed the discretionary fund. I done been lied on. You done been almost blackballed. You had to come back, make up with people that you was once your mans with. You know what I'm saying? So when people talk about me about like a lot of friction and stuff that could be going on, I'll be like, yo, it's entertainment, bro.
No doubt.
I said, I'm not getting into the personal stuff with people because you didn't have fights with niggas and then respected them way better the next day and been cool with them for the rest of your life. Then you got niggas that's been next to you that all they did, what you didn't know, was talk about you behind your back, and they've been poisoned the whole time. So I'm not gonna worry about what them or they are not saying. I'm gonna worry about the foundation and the knowledge that we're laying, because nobody can take that from me.
And that's why y'all gonna have longevity.
Yeah.
That's why y'all got that, because y'all separating yourself from the pack. So
yeah, and Mega, this project you got, man. When we press play, what's the experience gonna be like? Let's close it out with that.
When you press play, when y'all finish hearing that album, you're gonna be proud. There's gonna be proud moments on there.
I like that.
A lot of Queens moments up there, just so y'all know.
There's definitely a lot.
It's a Queens thing too.
Yeah. We got Nas on there. We got Lloyd Banks on there. We got Havoc on there. We got the Master Jedi, Russell Simmons talking.
Wow.
We got Large Professor, Production, Havoc, Street Runner, Tariq Azuz, Sha Money XL, Alchemist, Harry Fraud. It's a movie. When you hear that album, I guarantee you, We could do an interview just talking about the album. It's like that.
And what's that for Esso's vibe and my vibe? Which
Realness
song?
too.
Huh?
Realness too.
The Realness too?
That's the name of the album.
Yeah.
Okay, we press and play on that. BagFuel.
Realness too.
Cormega.
I already know. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I saw the live performance and all that. The Sirius satellite, you know what I mean? I didn't want to talk about it and everything, you know what I'm saying? I ain't
Let's
trying
go.
to be on that type of time, but I saw the vibe that you bringing forth. I think everything that's going on now, I even dig the past more than I ever did. I tried to put the past in the past a long time ago.
No doubt.
I just want to move forward.
No doubt.
I don't want to talk about the old stuff
Right.
and all that type of stuff. But now understanding that people really don't have this knowledge and we have a chance to share knowledge, and people like yourself, you the second person in the last week that has sat in this chair and said, I don't really do this type of shit. And the other one was Gene Nelson.
Gene Nelson.
Gene was like, everybody been trying to get me to come on their shows, but because, he called me Randy because he know me for a long time, you know what I'm saying? He said, because I've been in the trenches with them. And he understood, and he explained to Heineken how the game was very different when I got on. I didn't come on with a crew. I came on just by myself, bulletproof vest, had to have a couple burners on me, a little 22 and all that, because you never knew when you had to back niggas up or off you, because it was live money back then. You
That's
know what
a
I'm
fact.
saying? So I had to be like I am now, which I can't say people like it, but it's straightforward and it's just stern. It is what it is, because when I was here with Suge Knight, Jimmy Henchman, fucking 50 Cent running around, Jay Prince running around, niggas,
Cash Money,
niggas was
Master P.
gooned up running around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just me and Rock Wilder and my one singer. You know what I'm saying? So my mind state was a totally different, but thank God he brought me to this microphone and showed me that my knowledge and the things that I've been through could help give knowledge to the people who
need it the most.
Who need it, because we didn't have none of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And stories of hearing you reconcile with Nas and niggas knowing that y'all go back and forth. I mean that y'all are friends from back in the days and all that. They got to realize that this world goes round and round.
Yeah.
And some of us really do make mistakes.
Yeah.
And some of us really need a chance to bring our mistakes back to the positivity side of things. And I think that's what we're able to show people.
Yeah, don't sink in it. You either gonna sink in the mistake or it's gonna become a learnable moment. And I like what you guys are doing a lot. I'm telling you, and on some real shit, even Mac could tell you, like this week I was just chilling, and there's a few things I could have did, and I was like, I'm doing BagFuel. Like this probably the only thing I'm doing this week like this. Like.
Wow, appreciate it.
Yeah, that's real talk. Because I respect the grind. I respect how y'all moving. I respect the subject matter, and I respect the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when you climb out of the trenches, man. You know what I'm saying? It hit different when you climb out the trenches as opposed to you just having to walk in the park. So salute to y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all do.
Thank you. It's nothing else to say after that. Yo, shout out to Cormega. Queens get the money. You already know.
Salute to Queens. They've held me down more than any other borough. And I'm from Brooklyn.
My dude, thank you.